So Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. We are on Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, doing our memorization study. First Canto, Chapter 2, Divinity and Divine Service. And it's text number 5. We're starting to head into more of like the philosophical section. So welcome. Edward, how are you doing? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, doing good.
Nice. How are you finding the verses? Is it a bit challenging or?
3 was challenging, but I found a short clip that, what's his name? I think he lives in he's an Indian fellow, and I think he lives in Radhanath Swami's ashram in Mumbai. And he has some good talks, but I found one where he's just doing the verse itself and then explaining it, and he went through it a little bit, the actual verse a little bit slowly. So I took the audio and I just clipped the little bit where he was actually reciting the verse, and then so I would just put it on repeat on my MP3 player and just listen to it over and over again. Finally it sunk in.
Nice.
But then once we got past 2 and 3, of course, maybe I shouldn't say of course, but I knew 4, and so I've been working.
So I was studying Mahabharata, and then I wanted to look at the Sanskrit for some of the verses, and I saw that Mahabharata, the whole, it's 100,000 verses, but the first verse of the Mahabharata is Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devam Sarsatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. That's the first verse of the Mahabharata. I'm like, whoa! Just found it a few days ago.
Oh, interesting.
I know. Danica, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I felt the same. 3 was rough, so.
Rough.
5, yeah, 5, kind of half and half. There's parts of it that I'm like, okay, not so bad. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know.
Yeah, I like 5 is like they're getting happy, they're getting excited, everyone's getting excited. So we'll read. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mune Sadhu Prishtoham Bhavat Bir Loka Mangalam Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasidati. Mune Sadhu Prishtoham Bhavat Bir Loka Mangalam Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasidati. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna and so are of relevance to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Purport. Since it's been stated herein before that in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam the absolute truth is to be known, the questions of the sages of Naimisharanya are proper and just because they pertain to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth. In the Bhagavad Gita 15:15, oh, look, who do we have? We have Karuna joining our midst. We can ask Karuna if she can tell us what is Bhagavad Gita 15:15. Karuna, what is Bhagavad Gita 15:15?
15:15? You know that one.
Sarvasachaham Hridasani Vishtam Matas Matyagana Pohalam Cha Vidasachava Ahameva Vidyo Vidanta Veda Videva Chaham.
Yes, I'm Sarvasachaham Hridasani Vishtam. I'm in everyone's heart. Mata, from me, Smriti, remembrance, Jnanam, knowledge, and Apohanam, forgetfulness comes. Vedisha Sarvir, all the Vedas I'm to be known. Vedanta Krit, I'm the compiler and I am the knower of the Vedas as well. So the personality of God, it says in all the Vedas, there is nothing but the urge of searching after him. Lord Krishna. Thus, the questions that pertain to Krishna are the sum and substance for all Vedic literatures. The whole world is full of questions and answers. The birds, beasts, and men are all busy in the matter of perpetual questions and answers. In the morning, the birds are nesting, becoming busy with questions and answers. Where's the worm? Where's the worm? In the evening, the birds come back and again come busy with questions and answers. Where did you find the worm today? The businessmen are in the market, busy with questions and answers, and so are the lawyers in the court and the students in the schools and colleges. Legislators in the parliament are also busy with question and answers, and the politicians and the press representatives are all busy with questions and answers. Although they go on making such question and answers for their whole life, they're not satisfied. Satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by question and answers on the subject of Krishna. Krishna is our most intimate master, friend, father, son, or an object of conjugal love. Forgetting Krishna, we have created so many objects of questions and answers, but none of them are able to give us complete satisfaction. Edward, how do you say complete satisfaction? Yeah.
I'm not sure about, well, like supersedity is satisfaction. Is that complete? Complete?
Yes, yes. Supersedity and that first verse, samhrishta. But supersedity, yes, yes. All things but Krishna give temporary satisfaction only. And if we are to have complete satisfaction, we must take to questions and answers about Krishna. We cannot live for a moment without being questioned or without giving answers. Because the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam deals with questions and answers that are related to Krishna, we can derive the highest satisfaction by reading and hearing this transcendental literature. One should learn the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and make an all-around solution to all problems pertaining to social, political, or religious matters. The Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is and Krishna are the sum total of all things. Let's see. So Burijan Prabhu is saying, Sutta Goswami says that these questions are excellent because they're auspicious for the world and they're completely satisfying for the self. And additionally, he comments that in this text mentions Krishna Samprashna in his answers that followed, Adhokshaja, Krishna Samprashna, Adhokshaja, Vasudev, and Satpatam Ati. So all these things all these verses are all relating to Krishna. I'm just looking at some of the commentaries that we've shared also. So you have two things. You have Shreyas and Preyas. Who knows what Shreyas means? So Shreyas means things that have long-term benefit. And Preyas is like fast food, instant gratification, things that give some instant benefit, but over a long time, they don't actually satisfy. They don't actually help. So here we're Shreya Uttamam. Krishna. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Haribo. So we're looking, what is actually giving a long-term benefit? What is not just the instant gratification? Shreyas and Preyas. So Munaya, Muni, Munaya. What does Muni mean? Karuna?
What?
What does Munaya mean? Munaya.
I don't know.
Munaya sadhu prishtaham. Muni. Muni. Narada Muni Pajai Dina Radhika Ramananame. So Muni means a sage. He's very grave, Mauna. He's like very silent, very grave. That's a Muni. So he says, oh, sages, sadhu. You know, the word sadhu means saint, but there's another meaning of the word sadhu. How do you say, you speak Lebanese? Karuna? How do you say very good in your own language?
منيح.
Miniach.
كتير منيح.
Tir miniach. One more time, say it. You're on mute again. I can't hear you. Okay, you're still on mute. Okay, so very good. Muy bien in Spanish. Very good. Muy bien. Ktir mineh. That's in Lebanese. Yes. So in Sanskrit, if you want to say very good, you say sadhu sadhu. Sadhu sadhu. Very good. Sadhu sadhu. Oh, sadhu sadhu, sadhu sadhu. Very good, very good. Monaya sadhu prishto ham. Prishna, Prishta, Prashna. Do you have, Dana, do you have any prashnas? Prashna.
I don't yet.
What's that?
Not yet.
Not yet. So you know what it means though. There you go. Because iti sam prashna, samhrishto. Prashna means question. Like you can even get an astrological reading where your reading is not based on your birth date, but it's based on the time of your question, and that is called a Jyoti Prashna. It munaya sadhu prishtoham. I've been very nicely the very relevant, very nice questions that you've given me. Bhavad Bir, all of you. Loka Mangalam. Loka means what, Dinike?
Is it planet?
Planet, yes, yes, yes.
World? Planet.
Yep.
It says world.
It means world, planet. It also can mean people of the world too. So like Goloka, Vaikuntha Loka, Nagaloka, all these different lokas, planets. So Loka Mangalam. Mangalam. Karuna, what is the first arti in the morning?
Mangalarti.
Mangalarti. Mangal means auspicious, very of great fortune, very filled with piety, filled with good luck, good auspiciousness. I know we say this word auspicious, but in English, not many people are auspicious. They haven't even heard that word, but devotees, we know this word. That's Mangalam. Mangalam. My wife's name is Krishna Mangala. Krishna Mangala, one of the names of the gopis. So Loka Mangalam. Mona Sadhu Prishtoham. Bhavad Bir Loka Mangalam. You see, now the verses we're getting, last week's verses were familiar, and this one also, not as long and hard as verse 2 and 3. See, Loka Mangalam. Yet Krita, like karma, it's like something you're doing. Yet Krita, by which you have done this. So it's like Krishna Samparashto, making Krita, making or doing questions about Krishna. Saying questions about Krishna. Yenatma suprasidati. That's the only thing that can really give suprasidati. Suprasidati, completely satisfied. Suprasidati. So Srila Prabhupada, I was listening to one lecture, Srila Prabhupada, and when he was speaking on the lecture, he was talking about the scene of so you have the Shanaka Rishi, and he's asking questions to Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami they were performing a 1,000-year sacrifice, and they were wanting to hear. They had questions that they presented to Sutta Goswami, headed by Shanaka Rishi. And he said, all these questions can be answered by hearing the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, this ancient narration of the glories of the Lord and his devotees. And so he said, I was there when Parikshit Maharaj heard this. And so they're all at Naimisharanya. And so Srila Prabhupada is talking about, in this lecture, he's talking about the special quality of the place, Naimisharanya, that there's a whole really beautiful spiritual atmosphere, and you can go there and you can feel it. And then I listened to another lecture, Srila Prabhupada. I thought it was another lecture, and then Prabhupada was saying the same thing right in the beginning of the lecture about Naimisharanya and the spiritual atmosphere. And I had to go get I have not a PDF, but I have a file that has all the lectures written out. And I said, did I just listen to the same lecture? Did they mislabel it? But no, it was actually a different lecture. Prabhupada saying the same thing. And then I heard a third lecture, Srila Prabhupada, in this verse, and he's saying the same thing as well. He's talking about how if you go these places, like if you go to Naimisharanya, which is it's high up, it's up north, and even gives I think in one of the purports, or even in the lecture, he tells you what train station you could go to get there. It's one of those places where you go in the summertime. Wintertime is or Badak. I might be confusing that with Badak Ashram. Badak Ashram is also, it's always covered with snow. And so he's saying that these places have such a powerful spiritual atmosphere that you can go there and you can feel this inspiration. Isn't that what Kastuba was talking about? I think it was today or yesterday in one of the podcasts. He was saying you can go there and you can feel the spiritual atmosphere. Even people who go there who are unfamiliar, they're going there. Maybe sometimes people go to Vrindavan and they do work as volunteers under some kind of nonprofit, and then they notice there's some special atmosphere here. And so much of this atmosphere is because of it's not just the pastimes that the Lord appears there, but it's also the devotees going there and doing these inquiries, having these spiritual discussions. Okay. Prasidati means fully satisfied. Prabhupada quotes this verse. Let me see, what is this verse? Yam Ladvam. Let me see if I can find out who quotes this verse. Let me see if I can look it up. Oh, this is chapter 6. Let's see. Okay, this is chapter 6, verse 22. Yam labam chaparam labam manyate nadikam tata yasmin tato nadukena gurunapi vichalyate. Having obtained this spiritual experience, labba, having obtained, you don't, such a person doesn't think there's anything else worthy of obtaining, nothing superior to it. And when someone's established in that Krishna consciousness, he is not even moved by heavy sorrow. Guru and Kapi. So Prabhupada, I was looking, what is this verse? He just shared the Sanskrit. So it's Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada gives this example that in this world, so many are dissatisfied. Like even if we're in a situation of good economy, we're in a situation of opulence. You find that the children of the 60s, they were a byproduct of the growing up in the 50s. What was the 50s like? It was actually good economy. It was everybody was living very prosperous lives, and due to a dissatisfaction found in that prosperity, having obtained that which their parents were hankering, their grandparents were not living such comfortable lifestyles. But the 50s, they had good comforts, they had good economy, and the children growing up in that situation in the 60s were seeking other things. They're seeking intoxication and trying to find some kind of spiritual experience other than some otherworldly experience, because they were not satisfied. Let's see. So, see here Prabhupada saying, Naimisharanya, perhaps you know the name. There's a railway station near between Hardoi and Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh. And the station is called Nimsar. And still Naimisharanya atmosphere is maintained there. Very sacred place. If you go there, you'll feel immediately Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada said. And so these, I'm just looking at some of this stuff here. So when we are hearing about Krishna, it's destroying all the ignorance, all the dirtiness. What's the first dirtiness? First dirtiness is that we think we are this body. And so by hearing of Krishna, we get actual experience of Krishna. And part of that experience is first realizing that we are part and parcel. Maimamsho, we are his anshas. And we begin to experience how we are not this body, we are spirit souls, part of this most attractive supreme being. Let's see. He's talking about yogis. He said one yogi. I'm looking at, and Prabhupada usually on this verse, he will just speak about many general things in relation to Krishna consciousness. Any comments or questions or reflections on the verse so far? Any of the points? Edward G. Miss Dana K.
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
Are you fully satisfied?
Yes.
Okay, so we can practice this verse. Come it up again. Munaya sadhu prishto ham bhavad vir lokamangalam yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Yena, this word I've seen in, I think it's 10:10. Yena, by which. 10:10 is Teesham Satata Yuktanam. All those who are always engaged, Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Bhajatam, worshiping me with Priti Purvakam, loving feelings. The Dami Bhudi, I give them. The Dami, giving I, Bhudi, intelligence. Yena, by which upayantite, they come back to me. Yena, by which the Atma, the self, is completely satisfied. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Edward, we want to chant it?
Just those two lines?
Yeah, just the 2 lines. Yeah.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam. Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam. Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam.
And Dana K.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavavi lokamangalam.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavavi lokamangalam.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavavi lokamangalam.
Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Should I pull it up? Pull the verse up?
Sure.
I make my little is here.
Yeah.
Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Okay. Karuna. She's coming back here. Let's share screen. Munaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Yatkrita Krishna samprashno. Yenatma suprasidati. Karuna, your turn. You chant.
How many times?
2 times.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhava lokamangalam yatkrita Krishna samprashno yena va suprasidati.
Monaya sadhu prishtoham. Bhavad bir lokamangalam. Krishna yenatma suprasidati. One more time.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Prishto.
Prishtoham
Baba Loka Mangalam. Yat Krishna Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasedate.
What does Mangala mean, Karuna? Yes, dear. Mangala. She's like, I'm gonna go. Turn off the camera. Bye-bye. You can't test me. Mangala, do you know Mangala?
No.
Means auspicious. What's the easy way to think is inauspicious is like bad luck, bad fortune, ill fortune.
Unmangalam or in Mangalam?
What?
Unmangalam?
Unmangalam, yeah, unmangalam, yeah. Inauspicious, yeah. So, and here, what does the word Atma mean, Karuna?
Soul!
Soul, yes, 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 yes.
It's a hard.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam. Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam. Yat krita Krishna samprashno. 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 Karuna, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what?
Do you have any prashnas? Prashnas?
What's the prashna?
Do you have any prashnas? Prashna?
What's the prashna?
A prashna is a question.
No.
Prashna, yeah. Yakrita Krishna samprashna. What is the best question? Yakrita Krishna samprashna. The best questions are questions about Krishna. The best question is not how much are apples in the store today. You know? How
much gelato is there?
Huh? How much? So you see this? Prashna
Gelato.
and Prishto. Prishta means to ask, you know, he's being questioned. And some Prashna, some means complete, perfect. And Prashna, question. Very relevant, very complete, very perfect question. Such a good question. Yat krita Krishna samprashno. Karuna, do you go to school or do you do school at home? That is my question for you. I have a question related to that question.
I do have school and I do 2 hours.
So you go to school with other kids?
No. I do 2 hours homeschool.
You homeschool, okay. Because I would say, imagine you're in school and people ask you questions. They ask you, where do you live? Or they ask you, what's your favorite color? But what if one of your friends says, who's Krishna? Would that question make you excited? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
A few days ago, I actually really found the Krishna miracle, like a real one.
A what?
A few days ago, I got a Krishna miracle.
You got to see who?
I got a Krishna miracle.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
And in a book, my dad just got it from his store. It had nothing to do with Krishna. I opened the page and it says, "Please help little Krishna get a pot of butter." Amazing.
Yeah, I went to a museum once and I saw they had Krishna stuff there in the museum, children's museum. And then my son's textbook, it showed India, and it showed something like cultures, and then it showed American devotees with tilak. It was really cool. So, when somebody asks, actually once I met a thief, a scammer. You know what a scammer is? Somebody who cheats. And so he was only 15 years old, and he was selling an iPhone 4S. The iPhone 4S, it was like,
What's S?
means super. It was the newer iPhone. He was selling it on a website called Craigslist.
Okay.
And so people meet you at a certain place and they sell their stuff that they have. And so he was selling an iPhone 4S. And this phone, it has Siri, it has some new features, has a better camera, etc. And so I went to buy the phone, because back then I would buy all my phones used. I would just buy a used phone instead of paying a lot of money. I'd buy a used phone. And so the kid, he came and he saw me and met me at a school, and I at the parking lot. And I gave him money, and I looked at the phone and I gave him money. But before I gave him money, he started saying, "Oh, are you Hare Krishna?" And he said, "Can you tell me about it?" And that was the secret weapon against me, because I got so excited to hear that. And I started talking to him. And then once he left, I realized that the phone he sold me was not the actual iPhone 4S. It was the iPhone 4, a phone that came out a year or two earlier that was $200 less, half the price. And so, yeah, that's the secret weapon against the devotees. They get so excited to hear it. Oh, what's this Krishna? What's it all about? Krishna, what's it all about? Anyway, we did actually get our money back. Eventually, what we did is we under a different name, we went to, because the guy was selling phones all the time. I think he might even stolen the phones, or I don't know what he was doing. This 14-year-old kid. So we found out some of his. We got his name, and we did some research on his phone number. We took, and so a friend of mine went to go pick up the phone, and then I was in the back of his car. His car had tinted windows, and so as soon as he handed the phone that he was going to sell us, we said, "Okay, you have to give us back the money, that you took from us, or we just, I guess we can keep this phone that you just gave us." And he said, "Okay, I'm going to call the police." And we're like, "Yes, please." And then the police came, and then they, chastised the kid. We took a picture of him. They called his father, and then, the father arranged, like 2 weeks later. We 2 weeks later, he would, return the money to us. So, but yeah, the devotees, it's questions that bring great satisfaction, and they actually bring great welfare to the world. Monaya sadhu prishtoham Bhavadbir Lokamangalam. Edward G, can you do it without looking now?
I try. Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam.
Very nice, very nice. Again, one more time.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam.
Okay, Karuna, you're next. Can you chant it with your eyes closed? Yeah.
No.
Okay, chant it with your eyes open.
Bhavadbir Lokamangalam Yat Krishna Samprashno Yetam Yeta Yenatma.
Suprasidati. Close your eyes. Tell me what's the first line.
Munaya something something something.
No. Munaya sadhu prishtoham. Okay, close your eyes. See, try it again.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Okay, again, say it again.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Again.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Again.
Well, I can't see the screen, so it's okay if I'm looking. Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Okay, Dana K, the first line.
Unya Sari Prashno Ham.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Unaya Sari Prashno Ham.
Prishto.
Prishto.
Prishtoham. Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Unaya Sari Prashto Ham.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham.
Unaya Sari Prashto Ham.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham. Hey Karuna, this morning I gave a class on the story of Garuda and his stepbrothers or half brothers. Do you know who are the brothers of Garuda?
What?
Garuda's brothers are snakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gave the whole story. If you want to listen to that story,
Yeah.
I have it. It's really cool.
Are you gonna tell us now, or just a recording?
There's a recording from this morning. You can find it on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbhir lokamangalam. Yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Yenatma suprasidati. Yenatma suprasidati. Karuna, can you say the last line?
Yenatma suprasidati. Yenat. How many times?
Can you say it with your eyes closed?
Yenatma suprasidati.
Yenatma suprasidati. Idati. Yenatma suprasidati. You say it again? Now, Karuna,
Yenatma suprasidati.
first, can you see the screen? Because look at this. The next verse is very, very, very important. And look at the last line. Yayatma suprasidati.
It's the same.
Yeah. So by pumsam paro dharma
Can
yato.
I go back to that English? I want to see like Yayatma.
Yayatma suprasidati. Ahaitaki patihata. So what is the highest dharma? The paro dharma, the greatest dharma, is when one has bhakti. The greatest dharma for humans, pumsams, people, is bhakti to Krishna. Such bhakti is should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. That will completely satisfy the self. Yayatma suprasidati. This is the answer to the big question that the sages asked. Monaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadvi lokamangala. Yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Edward, can you do it from memory?
Yeah, I think so. Yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
Yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Can you put it all together?
Munaya sadhu samprishto. No, yenatma.
That's the other Prishta. Prishtoham.
Prishtoham.
Got two
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam.
Yat.
Krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
Very good, very good. One more time.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
Very nice. One more time.
Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir lokamangalam yakrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
And can you recite some of the earlier verses? You want to try some of that?
Vyasuvacha iti samprashna. Now I'm going to get mixed up with this one.
Samprashna, samhrishto.
Prishto.
Yeah.
Iti samprashna samhrishto. I knew this morning before getting on, I recited all four of them.
Iti samprashna samhrishto vipranam.
Vipranam Ramaharshani Pratipuja Vachastesham Pravaktum Uprachakrame.
Yes. And yam
Pravajantam Apeta Kritam Dvaipayano Viraha Katara Ajuhava. Son, my son. Putreti.
My son.
Putreti Tanmayatayat. Tanuvo. I always get that.
Tanuvo, the tree.
Yeah, I can never remember if it's an R or an M. Tanuvo.
Kalpataru, like there's taru.
Yeah. So where was I? Putreti
tanmayataya.
Taruvo Pinedus. Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munim Anatosmi.
Yes. And number 3.
Yeah. Yasvanubhavam Akila Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma, not that kind of like Deepam. Adhyatma Deepam.
Atiti.
Oh yeah, the difficult one, right? Atititir Sham Tam Odam Tamondam Samsarinam Karunayaha Purana Kuhyam Tam Vyasunum something Guru Muninam
Upayami.
Upayami Tam Vyasa Sunum Upayami Guru Muninam.
Karuna, do you know how to say son of Vyas? It's Vyasa Sunam.
Where does it say that?
This Vyasa Sunam.
Vyasa Sunam
Means Sunam, son of Vyas.
Oh.
You see? Vyasa Sunam means son of Vyas. Vyasa Sunam. Then Narayanam.
Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet.
And I spoke to another Sanskrit specialist. He said, yes, this is Narayan Rishi, Narayan Rishi. Nara and Narayan. So Nara is the superhuman, most human being. Then Munya Prishtoham Bhavadir Lokamangalam Yatkita Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Supasidati. Data K, you want to give a shot? The first two lines.
Stoham Bhavapir Lokamangalam.
Again.
Munayaha Sadhu Prastoham Bhavapir Lokamangalam.
One more time.
Munaya Sadhu Prastoham Bhavapir Lokamangalam.
And you want to try with your eyes closed?
Munaya Sadhu Prastoham Bhavapir Lokamangalam.
And so the secret is every day, just chant these 5 verses. Every day chant, go through all 5. And however hard it is, it will. If you do it every day, it will become like a song. Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadvir lokamangalam yakita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Can you do the last 2 lines?
Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasidati.
Again?
Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasidati. Is that right? The first word of the last line? Can you say that? Yeah.
Yenatma
Yenatma.
suprasidati. Yenatma. Yena and Atma, by which the self is suprasidati, completely satisfied.
Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasidati. Yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
Yeah. Yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. One more time.
The last two?
Yep.
Yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
So say that third line with your eyes closed.
Oh man. Yat krita Krishna samprashno.
Okay, let's try again.
Yat krita Krishna samprashno yenatme ma suprasidati.
Yatkrita Krishna. Yeah. You say the third, just the third line again and again.
Yat krita Krishna samprashno. Yat krita Krishna samprashno. Yat krita Krishna samprashno.
Okay, and you're able to say it now with the eyes closed.
Yes. Yat krita Krishna samprashno.
And then the last
Yat
line.
krita Krishna samprashno. Yenatma suprasidati.
Yenatma suprasidati.
Yenatma suprasidati. Yenatma suprasidati.
Yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. So put it together.
Yat krita Krishna samprashno. Yenatma suprasidati.
Okay.
Yat
And
krita Krishna samprashno. Yenatme suprasidati. For a second
Atma.
there, I'm like, yeah, I got it. And then like I self-doubt for a second.
Yena Atma. Atma.
Atma. Yena Atma. Yen.
Yenatma.
Yena.
Yenatma.
Yenatma. Yenatma suprasidati.
Say it again.
Yenatma. Yenatma suprasidati.
Yenatma.
Yenatma suprasidati. Yenatma suprasidati.
Okay, and then put the last two together again.
Yat Krita Krishna samprashno. Krita. Yat krita Krishna samprashno. Yenatma suprasidati.
And then start
Yat
from the top.
krita Krishna. Uh-oh. Munya ha sadhu prastoham bhavabhir loka mangalam. Yat
Yeah.
krita Krishna samprashno. Yenatma suprasidati.
Well, and was that from memory? Or was
I
that
had to
reading?
look at the first line just to remember where to start,
Yeah,
but
good.
other
Go for
than
it.
that, yeah.
No, that was good. Good. Do it one more time.
Munya sadhu prastoham bhavabhir lokamangalam yat Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. Munya sadhu prastoham bhavabhir lokamangalam yat Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. That time I did it all without looking.
Wow, Nice.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that.
Nice. Very good. Good.
Thank you.
I wonder if Karuna's available. Are you there, Karuna? I think she's not available. Playing with her sister, little sister. Edward, you want to give one more time and we finish?
I almost did it without unmuting. Just closed my eyes and started. Munaya sadhu prishtoham avadbir loka mangalam yatkrita Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati.
Ah. So now we know how to use our ears and our mouth. What's gonna actually bring some satisfaction. So many questions we could ask during the day that don't actually really touch us, don't really actually give us some fulfillment. But these questions, these spiritual dialogues, this is what actually brings satisfaction to the soul. Yenatma suprasidati. So thank you all very much for being here. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See you next week. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.